Hello, this is professional video game expert Tim Rogers. You are watching Kotaku.com. I can no longer contain myself. Today, I absolutely must talk with you about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Unlike many other self-indicated professional video game experts, I refuse to stand before you and purport that I've been game-liking since Pong, bro. To say so would be to drench myself in lie filth. Instead, I approach you with the truth of my qualifications as they matter today. I played Super Mario Bros. In 1985. I played Doom in 1993. I played Quake in 1996, and I played PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds in 2017. Being that I'm almost 40 years old, I was confused when everyone on my social media feeds began shrieking in earnest unison about PUBG. I wondered, are people suddenly giving Fable 2 pub games the credit it deserves? That was a joke. I read enough YouTube comments to know that at least 4/5 of you took that seriously. I can't take that joke back. I'm sorry. I'm going to be serious for this next sentence. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the game of the decade. It has the joie de vivre of Minecraft. Like Dota, it is born of mods, born directly of the hopes and dreams of the very players of the games that inspired it. It has the fashion-blind avatar customization options of any shameless canceled Facebook game. Its psychological depth is as vast as any esports. Its premise is as effortlessly simple as Rocket League's. Its shooting is as tight as any military FPS. Okay, maybe it's not, though at least it's better than playing BioShock.
Get owned, BioSchlock.
Each match presents the player a sandbox of possibilities. Each match is a little lunchbox full of Skyrim. The random distribution of gear is as cruel and beautiful as in any roguelike. The equipment opportunities individual players encounter shape a drastic and poetic asymmetry. It is incredible and hilarious to watch. Each contest is 100 real human players. Online, we are the most dangerous game all over one another. It's never even reasonably difficult to find a match. When one experience ends, another begs with immediacy to take its place. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is developed by Bluehole. When I was in college, Bluehole was a popular reason to go to the emergency room. The favorite joy of the game liker in times gone by was to own noobs, to find them, approach them as they stood stupid, pull the trigger, and eject them with triumph from the very notion of thinking they had any idea what they were doing. Much as the elder looks with fondness upon youth, the game liker of today is so acquainted with high-level technical skill that the truest joy we encounter is to find ourselves lost and overwhelmed. We used to own noobs. Now we wish to own noobishness itself in a different sense. To possess it. We don't want to know exactly where the shotgun is. That would be too easy. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds makes us babies again every time we play and die. Each instance of this game births us into a new life with new opportunities and new fortunes and new misfortunes. If Overwatch is Street Fighter football, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is gun rugby, where the ball is your very human life. If Halo is one of the several novels based on Doom, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the 1001 Arabian Nights with guns and vehicles. If Call of Duty and Battlefield are salads full of croutons and olives, scattered with crumbles of feta and drizzled with garlic vinaigrette dressing, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a hamburger whose bun is 2 more hamburgers. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a hunger game, and it's a battle royale with cheese. When every contest is 100 players by default, each round is an Olympic event unto itself. Each shot or blast or punch or swing of a frying pan is an entire boss battle. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the video game equivalent of people watching at the mall, with more murder. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a board game you play in the dark with invisible best friends you will never meet. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the Dark Souls of itself. I must warn vegetarians, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on occasion dispenses poultry. To criticize PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for taking place on just one island would be like saying Shakespeare sucks because he wrote all his plays, quote-unquote, in English. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is Tetris, where all of the pieces are psychological. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a game of dynamics. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the silence of knowing you are not alone. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the loudness of knowing you are not alone. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is quiet parts are quiet enough to read a book. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is loud parts are loud enough to require public apologies from celebrities. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the slippery brick pistol of my mind, wrestling with the sticky snake of your 99 psychofrictions. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the game each of its 10 million players desperately needed for as long as no one else would make it. Imagine a crocodile with the power of speech and no knowledge of human culture entered your house while you were playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The crocodile demands upon a threat of crunching to know what it is you are doing at your computer. Now you must explain, this is a human body. This is a digital simulacrum of a human body. These are weapons. We jump out of this plane. We land alone. We find each other in the quiet and we desire victory. The crocodile watches for a time long enough to scare you. When at last it speaks, it is to say,
That is a stupid disaster of a thing to do.
This assessment is not incorrect. Video games are stupid disasters of things to do. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the best stupid disaster of a thing to do it could possibly be. On a scale from
Game of the year
to
Game of the century,
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds scores a rock-solid
Game of the decade.
Thanks for watching. This has been Tim Rogers, professional video game expert. I was born stupid. However, I will not die hungry. Video games forever. Kotaku.com.